and explain using 2-digit divisors and 4-digit dividends. And I know that you've been exploring that for a little bit, division. Actually, you've been doing it for a few years. If we think back to 3rd grade, to 4th grade, now to 5th grade. And I have a problem that I've used, and I'm hoping you guys can help me out with that. All right? So if you will take one and pass one down, and take one and pass one down. And he's got his. All right, so I've got a problem here. Marcia has 480 stamps in her stamp collection. She wants to split them evenly in the boxes of 32. How many boxes of stamps will she have? Take a second, read through the problem. On your own, go ahead and try to solve this problem. Go ahead. What was your name? What's that? Charlize. What's that? One more time? Charlize. Charlize. Do you mind if I share? Will you mind sharing how you did your answer? Or I'll call you up to the front. Does that sound okay to share with the class? Awesome. Thank you, Charlene. All right, about 10 more seconds. Charlize, Charlene, Charlene, Charlize. Take your thing. Some different ways. See if I could get your attention up here. Curious if you guys were approaching it the same way. So Charlize, I'm getting it right. All right. Here's what Charlize did. Take a second and examine what she did. Talk to your shoulder partners. What did she do? Algorithm. We'll get there. It's a good job. Is that what you were doing?
No, I got it different. I did it a different way.
How were you doing it?
Well, first I multiplied 32 times 10 was 20, then I got 160. Then I multiplied 32 times 5 and got 160. Then subtracted 160.
And what's your name again?
Isaiah.
Isaiah, do you mind if I call you up to share?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right, who would like to share? What did she do? Who can make sense of her thinking? What do you think?
She did partial quotients. So she multiplied the divisor by a number, and then subtracted that from the number from the dividend, and then wrote down the number that they multiplied, and then repeatedly did that until they got their quotient.
Who can restate? Who can restate that? What did she do? What did she do?
So she saw what 32, how many times 32 could go into 480. So she multiplied 32 times 10, which equals 320. So she subtracted that. She got 160. She subtracted that. She got 128. Then she subtracted that, got 96. Because she had to take out the 1 because she had to, because 2 can't fit into 3, so she had to put the 1 by the 2, so that equals 12. And that's how she got the 9. And she got 96 minus 32, because you have to start doing it by 32 times 1 now. And then she got
I don't see a 96 is here.
96 right there.
But you have, she subtracted 32, but here I see a 96. Can I share yours?
Yeah.
I see the same answers, but I got different results here. So we got to 96. It looks like it was the same up till then. What's the difference between that way and this way? Talk with your groups around you. What's the difference? Bringing it back about 3, 2, 1. All right, so I see two different methods here. Or it looks differently, but they got the same answer. So what's the difference then? What do you think?
Aiden took the long way by kept on doing 1, and Charlize did 2 and 3, so that's the main difference.
What do you mean she did the long way?
She did the long way because she kept on doing 1, 1, 1, when she could have just done like 5 or like Charlize did 3 and 2.
What does she mean she could have done 1 or 5 when Charlize did 3? What does she mean by that?
Charlize did it the shorter way, and Aiden did it the longer way.
But why is it shorter?
Because Aiden did a different. She did a different. Smaller equation.
Smaller equation. What does she mean the smaller equation?
Cadence took the long way by doing 32 times 10, and then repeatedly doing 32 times 1, unlike Charlize, how she can put bigger numbers to multiply by.
So why would you want to use bigger numbers, or why would you want to do it by 1? Well, you did it, so tell us. Why?
So then you don't have to keep on doing it by 1, and it would like take up the whole page and have to do another page, and you'll be there till like next year doing times 1 times 1.
Did you feel like this took you a little bit of time?
A little bit.
So how could you have changed this?
I could have done it by 5s or by 2 or by 3.
So like a bigger factor I could have used of it. Okay, excellent job. Thank you for sharing these two methods. I have another way I want to show you. I've seen this done before. What did this person do? What did this person do? Take a second. Hands down, hands down, hands down. Take a second, take a look at this, examine their work and the steps that they did. Thank you. Thank you. Talk with those around you. What did they do? The break apart method? What's that?
It's well, I do it for multiplication what it is. I've never been taught division, but it looks similar. Say like smaller numbers, and then then you would, I guess in that case, divide 4 to 3, and then 3 to 8, 2 to 4, and then 2 to 8.
Is that what it's doing? Think on that, okay? All right, bring it back together. What did this person do? What did this person do?
They did the box method.
What's the box method?
The box method is
Want to call for assistance, or do you want to keep thinking on it? All right, who? I'm calling somebody here.
Okay, first of all, he didn't do the box method for his problem. He just checked his work with the box method. Because you see on the side, he actually did the work, and then he checked it with the box method. And the box method is when you put like your main number that you're dividing with, and then you put your other number on top that that you have to divide the number by. So that's the box method, and then you do the problem.
So what's the box method? What's the box method?
Using boxes to check your work.
Using boxes to check your work. So what if I told you this person didn't check their work with that method? That's how they did this problem. Take a second and look at this. How could they have done their work with this method? Talking to groups, how could they have done it with this? What do you think? Think about how you keep going with the box method. Think about how that works. So that's the connection I want you to think on. And if you want to talk with your group mates, you want to ask them, because they might know too. What was your name again? Danny. Did they already say it? Did you agree with what they said?
It's also called the break apart method.
No? The break apart method?
Yeah, the break apart. It's like breaking apart a number, then like dividing or multiplying or doing whatever you have to, then putting it back together and then getting it whatever it is.
I've heard break apart. I've heard box. I have something I need to clear up. If I could bring you guys back together real quick. I've heard a few things, and I've heard this before too. I've heard it's a box method, and I've heard a break apart. I've heard this also as the window method. I've heard all of these different names for it. So I have a question for you. Have you seen something like this before?
Yes.
Who can tell me where they've seen it before? Where did you see it before?
Last year.
What do you mean last year? When?
I know we did some part last year.
So you remember it from last year. Who can add on a little bit more specifics on when they remember it from last year?
We did it last year in 4th grade.
And then what did you do it with in 4th grade?
We used it with addition, subtraction, multiplication.
All 4 operations? Do you agree? Disagree?
Agree.
So he agrees. Okay. Disagree? Maybe?
Last year we in the Stolz class we just use it for multiplication.
Okay. Add on to that?
So, in Sammy's class, we I think only did multiplication with it, like 2 by 2 multiplication or 2 by 3 multiplication. And then at the end, we added them up. But this is what they're doing here. But we're just subtracting to get the function.
Interesting. So thank you for sharing. So you guys have done this in 4th grade with addition and subtraction. Do you remember doing this in 3rd grade at all?
Sometimes. Yes. Sometimes.
Maybe?
Yeah. Like a little bit at the end of the year they started introducing this to us.
So I heard like multiplication, division, where those come in. So in 3rd grade, you've used this before. Like if I was doing 12 divided by 2, I know that my total area would have to be 12. 6. 12 divided by 2 was 6, but also 6 times 2 is 12. So a relationship between multiplication and division. And then last year, you may have done it. So if I was doing maybe, that's a little too big. So if I was doing something like that, same relationship, the connection from third grade, then fourth grade, but here it is again in fifth grade. So let's bring all those definitions back under one thing, because I get confused when I have all these different ways. I heard a box method, I heard the window method, I've heard break apart. In third grade, this was called the area model, because it's the area of the shape. Here it is the area model. It's the exact same model. Here it is area model. So let's take it from box method, a little informal, take it more formal. It's called the area model. It's the same strategy. So what did this person do? How did they use the area model to solve? What do you think?
So what they did was they did 32 times 10, which equals 320. And so they did 480 minus 320, which they got 160. And they did 32 times 5 is 160. And then they subtracted 160 from 160, which got them 0.
Agree? Disagree? I see some agrees. Maybe some I'm not sure. So let's restate that. Who can restate what she said?